Hey guys, it is July 3rd today, at least where I am, Pacific time. It's early afternoon. I've been up for quite a while, but I really wanted to make this video because last night, first of all, hold on, you're already getting ahead of myself. So, July 3rd, I was talking to Adriana, I think just actually yesterday morning, so the morning of July 2nd, and we were talking about planetary shifts and what's coming. I know she won't mind me putting this video out because I've actually been touching base with like my light worker friends today, and they've all kind of went through the same thing last night that I did. So I'm putting this video out for anybody who kind of went through the same thing or something similar, and you're wondering what the hell's going on with you today. Let's address this. And then I'm going back to resting. So I was talking with Adriana, and we were talking about July 3rd, about planetary shifts, because we felt like there was something big happening on July 3rd. And I knew that, was it Venus? I knew there was a planetary shift happening. Mercury, or is it Venus? Why do I feel like it's Venus? I want to say it's Venus, but for some reason that doesn't feel right. But anyway, I knew there was at least one shift happening today. And we were talking about it, I'm like, yeah, like, I think there might be something very significant happening. And she was, we were discussing degrees and times of these planetary shifts, and there were synchronicities all over the fucking place. I forget which shifts oh, wow. I forget which shifts we were discussing exactly, but there were two degree placements. One was 111 and the other was 555. Oh yeah. Anyway. And so we left it at that. And then last night, before I went to bed, I was talking to my friend Glenn, the infamous Glenn, who isn't, well, okay, he doesn't do, I know he won't mind me saying this, he doesn't do light work specifically, but he does work in the 5D. It's like, you know, it's a part-time hobby, is the best way to say, freelance, it's freelance work for Glenn. Anyway, and we were basically getting ridiculous synchronicities as we were talking to each other right before we were going to sleep, like ridiculous. I saw 555 literally back to back to back within the span of 20 minutes. I was getting 1212, 911. I mean, like ridiculously back to back. It's like the universe was screaming at us, and it's like, okay, we know something's coming, we just don't know what it is. Go to bed. I had the most intense 5D experience last night. I feel like I lived out a month's worth of experiences last night, and it was so intense. It was like I was being whipped around, and like Adriana put it, like a rag doll, okay? Like I couldn't even stay in one place for too long before I was literally just like whipped into a whole other situation with other people. And divine masculine, I'm a divine feminine, and so for those who are in that situation of having a divine masculine, divine feminine, you probably did feel this last night. My divine masculine was definitely a factor in that last night, along with actually another light worker friend of mine. And it was interesting because, and I don't mind putting this out there, I'm an open book. I don't have any secrets. Both of them were trying to isolate me, which I thought was interesting. And the more I think about it, I think it was either to protect them or to try to protect my energy, because I was being whipped around like a rag doll for purposes of healing and protecting the collective, okay? So I knew that that's what it was. But they couldn't isolate me. I was being whipped around so intensely. Like I said, like a month's worth of shit went down last night. I woke up and my spirit team wiped most of my memory. I still had remnants of it because so much happened, but most of it was instantly wiped from my memory, which does happen sometimes for anybody who's experienced that. Sometimes you forget instantly because they're trying to protect you from what you just experienced. Other times it's because you're not meant to remember it. You know, sometimes when we go through upgrades, when we're going through upgrades and spiritual expansion, sometimes we go through, for lack of a better term, training. I don't like calling it training. It's more just like you're just getting some crazy upgrades, but you're not meant to remember that portion of it. So then you'll go through periods of not remembering your dreams or your 5D experiences. Anyway, woke up. I've never felt so... there's not even a word for what I felt this morning. I felt like I was hit by a Mack truck. Like, could barely get up, barely functional. And I knew I slept a lot, but I knew I did a lot of work in the 5D. So I just started my day slow. I just like tried to hydrate myself first and foremost. And that wasn't working. Then I tried coffee. Nothing wrong with a little caffeine. that wasn't working. And my stomach was upset. Even like I felt like I was almost running a fever, and it was like, oh my God, was this just too much on my body? And for some of you might be feeling that way. Like it was just so much shit that went down for you in the 5D last night that your body almost can't handle whatever you went through as you came back. So I had Adriana, she did some healing work on me, and I already feel so much better. Like I can be vertical and I'm okay. And I can actually talk and open my eyes. Like that was the other thing. I just wanted to be like this. I just wanted to be like this through the day. And so a lot of the work that she picked up on me, it's funny because when I touch base with other light workers, we can tap into each other and pick up on what's going on with each other, even if like I can't remember, she was picking up on stuff for me. So it's very helpful for other light workers out there. It's like to build your light worker network because you guys can put puzzle pieces together of what's really going on, you know. Anyway, so she did a lot of healing work on me and I feel so much better. But she basically said, she's like, it was like you were a rag doll. She's like, I could see it. Like, she's like, your energy was being whipped around so intensely because I was doing so much work for the collective. She's like remnants of your energy was being left behind because you're being whipped around so quickly. And she said I was doing a lot of timeline healing as well, which does make sense based off of how I've been feeling. But anyway, so why am I doing this message? To reiterate, for anybody who woke up feeling so horrible like that, take your day. I'm not going to be making any videos today. I was going to do earth signs, but guys, like I've literally been up for like, what time is it? Almost like 6 hours. And I'm barely functioning, just starting to function. Thank goodness I have lightworker friends who can help me with my healing. And yes, can you do this healing on your own? Yes, you can. Given the state I was in, I needed a little assistance, okay? And guys, I can already feel you, like, I can already feel you guys like, you need to do this, you need to do that. I can already hear you guys. Calm it down. Remember, I'm still recovering. Calm it down. I do protect myself, guys, and I am highly protected. My spirit team would not allow that to happen if I couldn't handle it, or if, you know, if I didn't have people who could also help me through this experience. So don't worry, guys. I'm perfectly fine. I know what I signed up for. I know what I signed up for. What I signed up for was not easy. Being a light worker is not easy. It's hard work. If people who are like, you know, people who I meet on the street who are like subs, or even like my family who are like, oh, she's just a YouTuber now, or oh, she just makes videos. It's not a real job. No, I'm a light worker, and a very serious one at that. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like, having a dust job will be way easier than doing what I do, but I signed up to do this as part of my blueprint. And also when I started this journey, I knew what I was getting into. And I wouldn't be in this situation if I wasn't meant to handle it. Okay. So I'm okay, guys. I can feel your concern. I'm okay. But I'm just making this video so for those who don't know what they're experiencing, understand what they're experiencing. And if you need to take a day, take a day. Go get in some water, particularly hot water, or some salt water as well. Take your spiritual baths, meditate, rest. Try, and as Adriana was telling me too, you know, try to call your energy back to yourself. Especially if you feel you need assistance, let your spirit team know, hey, I need help. You know, if you feel like it is too much for you to handle. And like I said, build your light worker network for my light workers out there. And for those of you who are not sure if you're really a light worker, or if you're not sure if you're really doing work in the 5D or not, we're a community, guys. Reach out to each other. Reach out to each other. You know, I know it's really easy in this day and age, especially because of this platform is digital, obviously, that it's really easy to actually feel alone or to feel segregated or isolated, but you're not. This is a community. Start reaching out to each other for protective, for protective purposes, okay? So just know that whatever went down last night was some serious collective work. I'm sure all of you are feeling different today, even for those of you where you might not have had a crazy 5D experience like that, because a lot of the work that me and other light workers were doing, who, by the way, when I reached out to other light workers, they're like, oh yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling today. Or yeah, that's exactly what I think happened last night. Every light worker I know that I've been talking to today has had the same experience I've had to some degree. So we've been doing a lot of work for the collective, especially last night. I feel like there was a major shift because of it, and it was very much needed. And Angelic Guidance 333, I talked about her yesterday in one of my videos. Oh, it was oh my God, Aqua. Jesus Christ, Aqua. I feel for you, Aquas. I talked about her yesterday because she talks about spiritual attacks a lot. And I watched one of her videos where she was talking about the eclipse, and especially because it's a new moon eclipse, like the dark moon energy is used in magic and spiritual practices to send intense dark energy and spiritual attacks, which I think is also why last night we were all so busy as light workers to help protect the collective from those energies. So anyway, again, just putting out information out there so that you guys are very aware as to what is going on and what is transpiring. Again, shout out to Angelic Guidance. Hi, hope you're feeling okay today. So yeah, oh yeah, see, I can even laugh now. Like I'm starting to like energetically come back together. Thank you, Adriana. That helped so much. So I'm taking the day to rest. Oh, now I want to close my eyes. I'm taking the day to rest. I think you guys should do the same if you're feeling the way I'm feeling, even if it's to some degree. If you feel like you're getting sick, rest. Rest and take care of yourself, even if you just lie down and meditate as well and call in your guides and your spirit team to help you with that, okay? Guys, there's a lot of crazy energy coming our way. These eclipses are great. They are, like, they're great because they're putting us where we all need to be. Light workers, like I said, it's like, yeah, we're getting drained. We're really doing a lot of work, also having a lot of work done on ourselves. I said this in the eclipse video, and I'm going to say it here again. The 11th of July is going to be a big energy shift day. It's going to be very explosive energy, for better or for worse. So just keep that in mind for, you know, as you make your plans for the rest of the month. It is summer, you know, people are planning some fun stuff. But just keep that in mind. The 11th of July is going to be a big energy shift day. It is. I already know it. I already know it. I can already feel it. I'm already like prepping myself. And I think I mentioned this too, and I'm not trying to predict anything, guys. I'm not trying to predict anything. I'm just giving you facts. There's an aspect happening, a planetary aspect happening on the 11th of July that is associated with earthquakes and volcanic activity. I'm not predicting anything. That's just the kind of energy that's going to be happening on the 11th of July. Just keep that in mind. Again, I'm not predicting anything. It's just the type of energy we're going to be experiencing. So just get yourself, you know, spiritually strong, physically strong, emotionally strong, mentally strong for whatever may be coming. Because it's all positive. We're all being put where we need to be put, you know? We're all pieces on a chessboard that are being placed in the right places for our betterment, okay? But anyway, guys, that's the gist of what I wanted to put out there. Yeah, when you guys watch our videos, like, you know, all the readers you watch, all the light workers you watch, we do a lot. We do a lot. We go through a lot. So it's important to remember that. It's like, especially during this time, a lot of people are feeling real sassy, as I've seen in some of the comments. So as you guys are requesting videos from us, keep in mind all the work we do outside of videos, okay? Just saying. Just saying. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Have a good day. Rest if you need it, okay? Bye, guys.